Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Mack, and I am a realtor and a Coldwell Banker Realty sales associate. And I am ecstatic to share with you all the steps of becoming a homeowner. I get asked all the time, Vince, could you please take some time to share and educate with me? What are the steps to becoming a homeowner? So I'm glad that each of you have taken the time out to tune in today to learn more about what's required to become a homeowner. This may be some of your first time, for some of you, maybe your second time, and so on and so forth. Or it may be a while since you've last purchased a home, but I hope to answer the majority of your questions. There will be an opportunity for you to schedule a one-on-one with me where you'll be able to ask your specific questions directly. But for now, please just grab your pens and notepads and just take a ton of notes during this session today while we'll walk through the steps to getting you started. But before we jump in, just want to share a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Vincent Mack. I am licensed in the state of Wisconsin. So what that means is I can help facilitate any real estate transaction in the state of Wisconsin only. I do not have a dual license currently at this time, but for all of your Wisconsin-based real estate needs, I am happy to be your go-to person. So I graduated Concordia University, earned a bachelor's of arts degree in business management. What got me interested in real estate is my own mother's home buying journey. I remember being a teenager and my mother desperately wanting to be a homeowner and not being the staple buyer, if you will. So there were some steps and some things that she had to do to get her ready and prepared for her journey of home ownership. And I remember her sitting at the edge of her bed, discouraged because she had received a phone call from the bank. I remember sitting at the edge of the bed with my mom and telling her, do not give up. If this is something that you want, let's figure out a plan to do what you got to do to help you get there. And she was able to achieve her goal of home ownership. Since then, she has sold that home and she's downsized and purchased a condo a couple years back. So that is why I do what I do, is because I want to help those who don't believe that it's possible for them to learn and know that it is possible for you. And for those of you who haven't done it in a while, I want to be able to help educate you and walk you every step of the way. Just a couple testimonials from things from individuals who worked with me in the past. Vincent was very encouraging, motivating, and inspiring. He remained focused on getting me a great deal. He treated me as a person and never made me feel like a number. You matter to me. Vincent was a pleasure to work with, very kind and passionate about meeting the demands and expectations of his clients. I appreciated how diligent he worked to get my home sold and ensuring that I had the best outcome. Highly recommend. So I don't only just assist buyers, but I also help sellers as well. So if you are in a situation where you are hoping to buy and sell, I can help facilitate that transaction for you as well. Vincent is an impressive individual. As a highly skilled professional, Vincent always delivers an exceptional customer experience while ensuring his clients' needs and expectations are always met. You are my first and only priority during our real estate experience together and beyond, because our relationship doesn't just end once we sign the paperwork and hand over the keys. Congratulations, you have a friend for life. All right, so we're going to jump into this. So your home search begins. So this is one of the biggest investments and most exciting investments that you're likely going to make in your lifetime. So I'm going to walk you through the purchasing process, the power of pre-approval, your home search, and full service support. So as we're going through step by step what you should do first as you're gearing up to make this amazing life decision. One of the things that you want to do first is do what you're doing now. Tune into a session like this where the process of being explained to you. Second, you want to be able to obtain a mortgage pre-approval. If you don't have a bank that you have a relationship with, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I have a network of professional bankers that I work with that has resources galore to help you with your home buying process. So don't feel intimidated about that. I got you covered. Discuss your home wants and needs. That's where we'll discuss your wish list and things that you want to have in your future and dream home. After that, I'm going to set you up on a subscription, and then we're going to select some properties for us to go view. And once I send you out that list, you send those properties to me, I send some to you. We agree to go take a look at them. We'll go view those properties. Once you find a property that you absolutely love and it's like, Vince, I need this property, we're going to write an offer to purchase for that property. This will put us under contract once we receive an accepted offer. But before we get to the accepted offer, we're going to negotiate terms. Those terms are those contingencies that we see listed below. We're going to conduct inspections. We're going to make sure that you're getting all your documents turned into your mortgage loan officer for financing, obtaining and shopping for homeowners insurance. So we're making sure you're getting the best deal, resolve any outstanding issues that may need to be done. The bank is going to order the appraisal for you to make sure that the property is worth what you're offering, and then obtaining title insurance. So we'll make sure that you're covered in that regard as well. After we discuss all of these things, we're going to write it up in the offer. We're going to have it submitted to the listing agent. Once the listing agent receives your offer to purchase, then they're going to present that to the sellers. If the sellers agree to everything that you express in your offer to purchase, then we are likely on our way to an accepted contract. So congratulations. So I am your partner throughout the entire process. So do not hesitate to ever reach out to ask me any questions. There's no question that is silly at all whatsoever, because you don't know what you don't know. And I want you to feel confident as you're making this major life decision. So things that I'll do, I'll meet with you to discuss your needs and goals, and then we'll execute plans to make sure that we are in it to win it. I'm going to help you get pre-approved and establish what your budget is. So typically we won't start looking at houses until we get that pre-approval first, because then what this is going to do, it's going to allow us to know what your buying power is, so that we're looking at properties within and slightly below budget, so that we can get you the most cost savings. We're going to show you properties that meet your criteria, keep you informed as new properties hit the market, because they come out every day. I'm going to work with you until you find the right home. I don't care how long it takes. We are in this to win it. And then I'm going to consult with you to help you determine what you should consider doing for your offer. I'm going to share with you market conditions and things of that sort as well, because that's going to play a major factor into how we're going to write. We're going to make sure, if you choose to do so, which I highly encourage, is a home inspection. We're going to prepare for your closing. I'm going to make sure that you're informed and you're educated as possible, just with all costs that's associated, and keep you updated on the progress of your transaction every step of the way. So that's what you can expect from me. So as you're going through the pre-approval process, so this is your second step, prior to me learning and knowing what your wish list is. So some documents that you want to probably start gathering now to prepare for this process is income documentation is going to be required. So they're going to need your current pay stubs, usually for the last 2 months, W-2s or 1099s, depending on what your employment type is. Typically, they're going to need that for the last 2 years. Tax returns, usually for the last 2 years. As you're checking this, you're checking for consistency in income, as well as making sure that there hasn't been any major employment changes in terms of industry industry is required. So what this means is you're not going from being a banker to a brain surgeon. Those are two totally different industries. The bank typically wants to see 2 consecutive years in that specific industry. There are some unique situations where we may have to consult with the mortgage loan officer and their underwriters to get an exception or additional information, but we'll handle that on a case-by-case situation. They are also going to require your bank statements, typically 2 to 3 months for that. So make sure that your funds are seasoned. So if you have any mattress money, go make that deposit and let that money sit in your account and get seasoned prior to you starting the home buying process, because if not, those funds may or may not be eligible to be utilized toward your down payment and closing costs during your transaction. If you have any investments, brokerage firm statements, those would need to be submitted as well. Net worth or of businesses owned, if that applies to you. You may have to submit some credit card statements, loan statements, alimony, child support payments if you receive any income such as that. All income documents should be submitted and taken into consideration. Though this may appear to be an invasive process, the more you share in terms of income that you have that is tax reportable, might I add, this is going to help increase your buying power. So please keep that in mind. So as we're going through your home search, I'll set you up so that you'll receive alerts on demand, so that you know that properties that meets your requirement is out there, so that we can set up tours to get you started. So you can visit ColdwellBankerHomes.com. You will be able to search the MLS for your preferred locations and those specifics that you're looking for as you're getting started with the home buying process. I'll get you signed up for email alerts for new properties and open houses and things of that sort. Where you'll have information galore so that you're making an informed decision about the next place that you're going to call home. So these are some things to consider, as it relates to your home preferences. Depending on budget, some of these things may or may not apply, but some of the key things that you likely will want to consider is bedroom counts. I know that that's important. Bathrooms, square footage, those types of things, garage, parking, things of that sort. Would definitely be the most beneficial. But of course, too, we want to know what type of interior designs and things like that you like as well. Those things are just as important. But I can tell you one thing is, as you get out there and you start looking at homes, sometimes our taste changes because we don't know all that's out there until we start actively looking and we get out there and see. So some of those things might change. So as we're making an offer, I mentioned this earlier when I was walking you all through the steps. There are many factors that's going to influence how we're going to write that offer and determine the market value of the home. So we're going to look at how long the home has been on the market, if the price has been reduced and how long ago they reduced that price, how much the home is worth. We're going to look at if there's any inclusions with the property as well. And just financing terms and conditions and all of those things. But we'll cross that bridge once we get there as well. prior to closing on your home, one of the things we're going to do a home inspection from a trusted home inspector. I have some excellent referrals I can share with you once we get to that point as well. But this is going to be the opportunity for you to learn about the home top to bottom, everything that's wrong with it. I'm going to share with you right now, there's something wrong with every single home. I don't care if it was built yesterday. The inspector is going to find something wrong with it. That's just their job. That's what they do. That's what they're hired to do. However, I'm going to walk through with you every step of the way, things that would make the home unsafe to live in. We'll work through negotiating terms and conditions that's favorable to you. That's going to be a major step once we start the home buying process. The title company is going to do a title search to make sure that there aren't any liens or anything like that against the property that will prohibit you from taking a clean title against the home, and you're not incurring anyone else's previous debts. The appraisal is a standard part of the mortgage process. This is how the lender is going to determine the value of the home. This will be the ultimate determining factor if the lender is going to give you full financing for the home. If the property appraises below, then we're going to go back and we're going to ask the sellers to adjust the sales price unless we have gap where you're willing to pay the cash difference for the home appraisal amount. If the home appraises above value and your offer was lower, that does not change your offer amount. You are locked in to that lower amount. The seller cannot come back and say, well, the home appraised at $350,000, you only offer $300,000. They can't ask for that $50,000 difference. So you are safe there. And then we'll do a final walkthrough prior to closing to make sure that the home is the same way, if not in better condition than when we first saw the property as. And then if there's any repairs that's been negotiated, this is our opportunity to verify to make sure that those things have been completed. And then there's closing costs that's associated, of course, with the buying process. So closing costs is different from your down payment. Closing costs is going to include loan origination fees, appraisals and reports, surveys and inspections, mortgage insurance, hazard insurance, taxes, assessments, title insurance, notary and escrow fees, recording fees, and stamps. Down payment, that is your skin in the game that the lender requires of you, because this helps determine how serious you are about the purchasing process. So you do want to make sure that you're consulting, and this is why I would encourage you to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me so that we can talk through what this looks like and come up with a game plan of how much funds you should be preparing for as you're preparing for the buying process. So here's a glossary just of additional terms and conditions. Terms that you may hear throughout the buying process. Go ahead and screenshot the screen so that you're familiar with these terms. Also, to reach out to me directly. I'm happy to email you over a copy of this presentation as well. So that you'll have this for your reference. Again, my name is Vincent Mack. I am a sales associate with Coldwell Banker Realty. I would be elated to help you in your home buying journey. Again, I am there with you every step of the way. Your home purchase is very important to me, and I want to make sure that we are setting you up for success and that you have all the steps and the information that you need so that we can successfully help you get through the buying process. I am your trusted advisor and your friend, Vincent Mack. My contact information is here on the screen. Feel free to email me, shoot me a text message. You can give me a call, and I will be happy to answer all questions that you have. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to working with you soon. Take care and have a fantastic rest of your day.